What's up, friend? Welcome to the Lawrenzo Show. On this show, we help you build your mind and build your business. On this show, we bring to you issues and things that make you grow your business and build up your mind. Regularly, we bring up guests on our studios to discuss on the issues that affect us out there, and we act as role models and mentors to people who always watch this show. And this is the Lawrenzo Show on YouTube here, and today I'm here with Mr. Richard Lahai Ngevao, the manager for Classic Radio 99.7 Bo. Welcome, Mr. Richard.
Yes, welcome to. Thank you for welcoming me, and I want to say a pleasant day to our viewers on YouTube.
On this show today, we are going to discuss on career development, the strategies and procedure that you use or young entrepreneur trying to pathway for yourself and want to be a great successor for people and want to be admired by people, because Mr. Richard Lahai Ngevao here is a mentor and a role model to many. So today he's going to discuss with you the strategies that he implemented. So Mr. Richard Ngevao, we are talking on career development, and first of all, you are the manager for Classic Radio, and I know it has been a long journey. So tell me who this Richard Lahai Ngevao is.
Yes, it's a long journey, absolutely. Richard Ngevao is a young man and who came from a humble beginning. You know, I still vividly could remember my days at primary school at UCC, SLC Primary School, Dambala Road, and I moved on to St. Andrews Secondary School. And again, at St. Andrews, I had my worst experience, because at class 6 I was like abandoned by my father. You know, I was like raised by my mom. She had to take us through vigorous exercise before we make a living. We have to go to they call it trade fair, but in Creole the doorway kind of thing. So we'll go in the morning at 5, wake up, and we go to Tikongo, we go to Mendoa to buy products, to buy goods. So we'll come in turn and sell them. So we'll make some money and we make living. From there we pay fees. That was how we lived. I had to also pay rice by cup, and I had to also sell all the product you see: cucumber, kerosene, water, coal. I had to trade on all of these things just to pay my fees. So I took responsibility at class 6, going to Form 1, and Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, I had been paying for myself through my small business. But what was important, what I noticed was that I had a mother that was strong, and she absolutely introduced us to the church. And when you are very close to the church, you know, you will not be persuaded by friends, you know, to go into cliquism and other issues. But we were very close to the church. So even though we were going through hard times, but when we were in the church, we loved activities of the church. I was part of the youth fellowship. I had to join the debating group in my church. So I was very close to God. But notwithstanding the fact, I still have a day I will not forget. When I was at St. Andrews, I was elected as prefect, and I was working with SLBC. We introduced a student program. I was in charge of running that program, and again I was appointed as school prefect, Minister of Information. And to my surprise, I will not forget this Lewabo Highway. I was met with a huge embarrassment on that highway. You know, I went to Mendoa in the morning as usual. I had my wood. The wood was with me on the head, and I want to cross the highway. And you know, ladies were fond of me at school, so they call me Richie Paul. That's how they call me. So I was at the middle of the road, and I met some of these ladies that I have proposed to at school, who have respect for me. They hold me to high esteem. Some of them, because I'm very decent when I'm at school, they don't know how I make my money, you know. So when they saw me with this big bundle of wood, you know, on top of the highway, and one of them shouted, Prefect Richie. I was shocked. I wanted to I was praying that, oh God, just open this highway for me to go down. But something came up and said, press on. You are going to somewhere. This is just the beginning of your journey. So I crossed the road and I met them over, and I graced them with greeting. Saying, hey ladies, how you doing? When we met at the school, these ladies were saying, oh, this Prefect Richie, so this is what you have been doing. And you come here, you make as if you're a big boy. You understand? But I was focused on making it. I was focused. I had the goal. I was focused on that goal, that I have to let my father know that he has abandoned a talent. And for him to know, I have to push on. I have to press on. So I will be properly positioned. But again, because of the church, when I finally went to Freetown at the meeting, my guy college, I could still remember when I started the wires and I had the result, and I went to him. I have this acceptance. I have to pay ABC. Because of huge pressure from people, he came in like 50%.
So I went to meet my guy, came back, and he owns an NGO. And I met him. He's directing the NGO. He's the CEO. He's the proprietor of the NGO. They had projects. He was in charge of him. He was employing people, young other people. I came. I said, I have this qualification. Can you please employ me? He said, no. But I still said, I will not give up. Even if you don't employ me, somebody else will employ me. So I reverted to the media field, and I joined the New Harvest when they came with Radio Utility. Then I was employed as a presenter, and I had passion for the job, and because of that I moved from different rank. I was appointed head of presenter, from head of presenter to productions manager, from productions manager to stations manager. So, but I always, whatever you do, you have to like it. Before I selected journalism, formerly I had in mind I want to be, when you grow up, you have several things that will flick through your mind. I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor. As you go, some of these thoughts will begin to vanish based on conditions that you are faced with, based on situations that you find yourself in. Normally when we grow up, when you are in class 6, you have your aspirations. You say, I want to be a doctor. Nobody will say, I want to be a pastor. Nobody will say, I want to be a sheikh at that time when you are at class 6. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a pilot. All these big titles. But by the time you move to JSS 1, 2, 3, maybe I want to go to both school. When you sit to the NPSC, you are unable to make the grade. Then you begin to change. I want to now go to Abunaza. I want to go to these other schools. So that's how we keep changing, passions, goals, narratives. We change the goalpost based on situation that we find ourselves in. So when I came back, when I was appointed as a radio presenter, I always have that thing in mind, and I'm going to somewhere. As a man, as a young man, you should always have a will. You should always have a vision, a goal that you set for yourself amidst of every problem. For me, I believe in life, there's no life that is sweet always. We started, we resided at a stair story. We had people who were taking care of us. We had all the luxuries that you think about. We had cars that take us to school. When I was at class 1, 2, 3, we had young people that would take care of us, that would carry us to school, that would pick us from school. We were respected in the school because we were up there. But I have learned over the years that in life there is always a day that will be sweet. There will come another day that will be later. But what is important is how you carry yourself when you are witnessed with a day that is sweet, or when you are graced by a day that is bad. you should be always focused on the goal. I have a goal, and my goal is to make it. I should make it.
Mr. Ngevao, you talking of your constraints becoming a journalist, and what if someone is there already starting up a career or in the midst of proceeding to the university or college, and you know the situation around you faced, and someone might be facing the same or similar thing? So what can you encourage them out there about how to go about it, starting from the preschool? You know, we start with our passion. Most of us, when we are growing up, we start by things that we like doing. See, this is what I want to become because I have passion in it. But as time goes on, as situation changes, we become diverted to the other path.
Yes, again, normally some of our goals and aspirations are changed because of peer group influence. You know, when I wanted to go to college, I had a friend. I had to follow that friend because that friend was offering that course. So I had to join that course because of that friend. But again, when I went to the university, you know, I find out that there is no market for this course. But because of that peer group influence, I wanted to join the same camp with the same course. I want to have a friend. I want to stay with my brother. That's why I joined that same course. So normally peer group influence also speaks volume in terms of selecting which career to pick or which career not to pick. But later, when I realized I had to follow my passion, I enrolled again at Jala University, and I had to study journalism because I believe you have to follow what your heart says you should do. Yeah, you should identify your talent. Hence, you know you are a journalist. You have that passion. You know, the Western people, what they do is they have toys. They give it to their kids. They begin to observe them. How maybe they begin to assemble some of these gadgets at home. Then you begin to know that this person can be an engineer. This person can be a contractor. You see them, they begin to build houses with molds, with bricks. You know, all these things. So you begin to identify the talent that you have, because if you identify what you are capable of doing, then you know I really have strength in this area. I think I should follow. That's why. So later, when I identify that this is my strength, I have to pursue it, and I have to empower myself. I have to capacitate. Mind you, we are living in a competitive world, and we should be prepared to face competitions in terms of job. Nobody will employ you if you're not capacitated. So you have to capacitate yourself around your career, and you don't have to follow peer group influence. You have to look at yourself. You have to look at your capacity that you have, because some people will go because of their friends that are going for mechanical engineering. You know, you don't have that knowledge. You don't have that strength, you know, to go for mechanical engineering, and you put in for a course like that. You'll be there for the rest of 10, 15 years. Some people are at university for over 10 years. We met them there. We left them there. They are still there. What are they doing there? Because they are there following friends. It's fine to follow a friend, but what I have learned over the years, you have to carefully select your friends. Friends that will contribute to your life are friends, not friends that you don't have anything that you get from them. They will not advise you. They will not contribute to your career. So it's but important for you to understand that it is worth noting that as a young man that is coming up, those situations that are weighing you down, you should not let the situations weigh you down. You should be focused on your goal. That I have a goal. I'm representing my family. I'm representing my brothers. I'm representing a home, and I have to let them be proud. How are they going to be proud? When they see the goal, when you bring the medal home, when you bring the degree home, when you begin to work. So basically, that's how the issues are. So my brother, by and large, I encourage young students to carefully pick their path in terms of selecting the type of career they want to do, because it's really the place where you begin to get it wrong, by selecting which course to offer at university, by selecting the program you want to do. So basically it's kind of topsy-turvy for some people, up and down kind of thing. So I am encouraging them to carefully select their friends, not only the course, because when you go to university, that is where also some people we get it wrong.
Peer groups is one. Then talking of financial status again, and you starting up from a poor background and all, and someone might be having an aspiration of becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer, but after taking the NPSC or the better exam, because of financial constraint, he is unable to attend the most classic schools around town that will upgrade him to become who that individual will become. So what can you say about people with that kind of?
Yes, my brother, I have also learned that it's not about the school. Whether you go to Bush School, you go to Bonimount International School, Freetown, you all meet at FBC or Jala University. You understand? Whether you go to Kulafai Rashidi, the fact remains you still meet at where? Jala University. So it's about your passion and your goal. You know, I have also observed that if you don't have money, but you have the grades, there are people that will come to your aid. Hence, you have the result. You show to people, this is my result. I have this grade, but I am constrained. We have done that. When I was at university, I did it. I took my result, and I had sponsors. People who were not my family members, they came in. So I still believe that those people are still living. They will still come to you, but they have to see that seriousness. They have to see that passion. They have to see that this young man is chasing his goal. Nobody wants to spend his money on somebody that they will see who is part of a clique gang around area, and you come and say, Uncle, I want to do this. No, they have to see it first. They have to know that though this young man has the grade, the parents are not okay financially. People come to your aid. So for me, financial situation should not be barrier to you making your dream in life.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ngevao. I hope you've learned a lot, and we have so many things to unfold today. But for now, we'll just draw down the curtain for today, and make sure you stick around on this channel by subscribing to this channel and share this link to inspire a lot of people so that they can learn on how to develop and build their career. Thanks for watching. I've been your host, Lawrenzo, and me in the studio I was having Mr. Richard Lahai Ngevao. Bye bye.